Yo, what's going on, everybody? Pacific Sports Talk Radio coming at you guys live here.
Hello, hello.
Doing a quick Wednesday show, or maybe not quick, but we came at it. We're here.
Yeah,
It's Brady.
It's Dean. Hello.
Pacific Sports Talk Radio. All right, let's get in our mode real quick.
Good morning, do ya?
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Dean's got his sugar-free Red Bull 16 ounce.
Don't disclose information to people.
I have my hydro flask here.
Who knows what's in that?
No one.
All right.
Straight gasoline.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Good morning. All right, a lot of today's show, we're going to be probably talking a lot about COVID, all the crap that's been going on in the NBA and NFL.
Yeah.
To quickly go over our last week's picks, we hit 500. I'm pretty happy for a six game. Yeah.
So we had some dogs on there that we liked.
Yeah, so we got the third. Man, we've been doing well in the Thursday night games lately.
Thursday night we've been money.
I think we're 2-1 right now. Thursday night.
Yeah.
So the Vikings covered 3. Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
The Raiders. So that's one win. The Raiders got freaking demolished. It was a disgusting game.
That almost felt like 2 losses right there, but we're not going to talk about it.
Well, I would just like to say one thing. They kind of had it coming. They were dancing on the Kansas City logo and shit before the game.
Yeah.
And they fumbled their first offensive snap for a touchdown. So that just told you everything.
What's up, Justin?
Hey, Justin.
Welcome to the stream.
The Texans, that was a little tougher because they were in it the whole game. We lost plus 7.5.
It is like the opposite of a backdoor fade, like with the underdog.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Or cover.
Total.
Yeah.
No, it was the exact inverse of the backdoor cover.
For real.
Yeah, the Seattle came back because the Texans were in that. They were beating the Seahawks for a little bit.
Oh, I know.
And then we got Broncos -8, which was a fantastic one. Bears. I'm sorry, but we lost the Bears one.
No, so I looked at the Bears and the Texans kind of in the same realm.
No.
Because they were both in those games.
The Bears Packers game was so nuts.
We
both watched.
I consider the Bears really should have covered there. They had everything go their way that game until the end. The muff punt, that probably would have been points. That all they needed was a touchdown to cover.
They were given 4 chances at the end of the game to cover. It's
and they get the onside.
The gods were I'm giving you a chance to cover right now, and you won't cover.
You pick 6, and then you fumble it on your own 20. We know what that does when you're playing the Packers. They're a good team. They got one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Mm-hmm. It's going to convert into points. So I'm not really tripping about that. I think if we had taken the Texans or the Bears first half money lines, I think those are more likely to hit when you're taking these crazy underdogs.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll look into doing something like that going forward.
Yeah.
Because I can't trust these.
You're right. If
low tier.
Then you're more on the side of, you're less on the backdoor cover side. You're more on the underdog teams have to take advantage early.
Yeah.
And keep it rather than backdoor.
And I almost feel like that's been more common this year than not.
Than the backdoors? Yeah. I agree.
I mean,
there have been less backdoors.
Betting on a backdoor it's not a great thing to, it's I don't feel confident when I'm watching it. It's almost like you turn your freaking TV off and you go do something else and you come back and you're oh, they covered. You're
not betting to backdoor. You're so sick that they're losing that you turn off the TV or change the channel and then you come back and you're what, they covered? That's where it's
I was literally gonna go to bed on Sunday night, and I was like, dude, the Bears suck. I hate this game. And I was like, maybe if I wake up in the morning, I'd see the score change. Obviously, that didn't happen. I watched the entire game on my phone, but you know what I mean.
The onside kick, I thought they were gonna go cover. That was insane. I haven't seen many successful onside kicks this year.
There haven't been too many.
There's got to be maybe 5. I don't even know. Maybe 3. Not many, but yeah. Anyways.
All right. Well, hey, let's.
And then, we got Rams money line. That was a pretty good.
Rams money line.
That was
you
funny.
guys.
I was happy about that.
We're good on like NFC kind of stuff, I feel like, and we're also like knowledgeable with the Buccaneers, and then that's it.
The NFC West, we watched so much that like I was not shocked at the outcome of that game. Like the Cardinals were in for a letdown, and the Rams, they had to get back on track.
We didn't bet the Buccaneers this week. Well, we didn't bet against them, rather. And we're still undefeated on our Buccaneers bets, which feels good.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever there's a disagreement, we don't bet.
Well, because I don't want to destroy.
You're always down to bet against them, and I'm like,
The Bills almost. I don't want to hear this crap.
Bills
I'm not
and Colts.
The Bills should have won that game. They had all the momentum.
Yeah.
If the Bills, oh my God, I'm not going to get into that. Anyways, we went 500 in our picks.
The important thing is we're still undefeated on that.
Yeah.
I would appreciate if you, got us a win and, for me saving that loss there, keeping the undefeated record.
Well, you're welcome. It was my idea for the Rams money line, so I think we're even.
I got to say, man, if you guys haven't checked it out, The Man in the Arena, streaming on ESPN, I'm sure you guys could find a way to watch that on your own terms. Pretty good, I'm not going to lie. I'm on episode 5.
Bringing up Tom Brady again.
But this is a movement, like, it's on that wave of, like, Last Dance, where they're bringing in all the old dudes, like Rodney Harrison and, like, Vrabel and, like, freaking Teddy Bruschi and all them. And they're all talking about, like, the first 3, which was pretty cool, because, like, that was all defense. Tom didn't really do that much in those years.
Yeah.
So it was just cool to see, how the team came together and their mindset, and like when they lost a bunch throughout like the 2007 season for the Super Bowls.
No, I think in my personal opinion, and I will probably watch it because I like Tom Brady. I don't like Tom Brady as much as you.
Sports documentaries are just great, though.
I think it's a little early when the guy hasn't been retired. I mean, the New England dynasty, I guess, is over. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah, but I feel like...
But Tom's still playing, so I feel a little weird about that.
But I feel like the peak of Tom Brady isn't going to exist after he's done. Like, people talk about Joe Montana now, but not really. They'll mention his name here in passing. But when Tom retires... You're not going to really talk about the guy. I mean, maybe a little bit, but
I don't know.
I mean, he said it himself. It's like once you move on, man, you're on to the next thing. That's how the world works these days.
I'd say basketball players are the only ones that like carry that weight forward more so than other.
Yeah.
We still talk about Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan's
been gone a while.
Like, I don't hear people talking about,
You're right. Football is different. Football, we don't like, this, we don't carry it.
I mean, we're freaking Niners fans, and we don't really talk that much about what we've done. Obviously, we have nothing to really root for now.
Yeah.
A little tangent there. A little interesting.
Yeah, well, that's good. We went 500 anyway, so 3-3. I did say Hawks minus 7.5.
With the Chiefs game, who do you guys think scores first, says Justin? All right.
So, Chiefs are at home, right?
Yeah, the Chiefs are at home against the Chargers. Oh, no, they're playing in LA.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I could see either team getting the ball first, scoring first. If the Chargers get it, they're kind of set up to do well against the Chiefs because they have that dominant run game.
What day is that on?
It's on Thursday night. They're able to run the ball well.
That's why I keep saying that.
The Chargers are a good run team, and what are the Chiefs bad at? They're bad at stopping the run. So
I kind of think whoever gets the ball first is going to score first. I kind of like that's the one thing. So you're doing a full I think it's going to be at least a field goal for whoever
Yeah, no.
I think this is one of those games where it's like it's going to be a high scoring affair, and I don't think it's overthinking it. Like it's so we think it's going to be such a high scoring affair that it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be that case. I think this will be a lot of points.
The only thing I'm concerned about as far as Chiefs spread is of all the teams in the league, the Chargers, who are their divisional rival, they're set up so well to beat the Chiefs. I mean, they covered against them.
They can score with them because of Herbert.
They can score weapons. And they can run the ball and do those to beat the and also they can get to the quarterback.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. How do you beat the Chargers? You run it on them, but what can the Chiefs not do? They don't run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just it's funny how certain teams have these big weaknesses and other teams can match.
Keenan Allen's back. That's what I'm doing right now. Not give you guys eye contact.
Which player scores a touchdown first? Okay, now Justin's really trying to get some money here. Some money question answers out of us. Who do you think scores first?
Who do I think?
I'm gonna go Mike Williams.
Oh, you think it's gonna be a bomb play?
I think Justin Herbert loads one.
Justin Herbert really disperses the wealth. That's kind of the problem. Justin Herbert.
I mean, I think if you're just trying to have fun, like taking money on like a Tyreek Hill or Mike Williams bomb would be cool. Like that's a quick score.
I kind of like Eckler if you're going the Chargers.
That's a safe route.
Or Kelsey if you're going the Kansas City Chiefs. I wouldn't pick Clyde. Yeah. What do you think?
I don't. I mean, dude, betting the first touchdown is like.
You're kind of nuts, Justin, for that. You're kind of like well, just because I don't know, like who's gonna have the. It depends on who has the ball. Like that's the major thing.
I'm not gonna lie. There are days though where I wake up and I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen, and like I have these crazy like that never actually work out, but like sometimes they do.
The keyword phrase that never actually work out.
They sometimes have maybe like a slim 3% out of 100. You know.
Yeah. Okay, so wait. Okay, well let's give Justin from each team. Who do you think? So you think Mike Williams on ball?
I like Mike Williams because
he's playing hurt though.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he was limited Monday.
Okay, well that changes things. I mean, I don't think Keenan Allen's a reception guy, so I guess
Keenan Allen never gets the touchdowns. I don't want him to.
He's like a 7 or 8 reception, 108 yards.
So we agree Eckler then. Unless you think Jared Cook's going to catch a touchdown.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
He's on my fantasy team. He's so hit or miss.
He
scored last week, so odds are he's not going to score this week.
Brady had a dream and said this will 100% happen. Yes, sir.
I think if it's the Chargers, Eckler, can we agree?
Yeah, I mean, that's a safe pick, right? I mean, it's going
to then now the Chiefs.
Chiefs, I would do, I mean, it's one of the big three, right? Maybe do Pat Mahomes running touchdown. There'd be good odds there. Maybe.
What? You're crazy.
He gets on the 15-yard line and he runs one in because
it's
Kelsey. He runs them in randomly.
I feel like
Pat Mahomes more often than not. Let me finish this statement.
Go ahead.
Runs them in on the early part of the game than the end, because I don't know why, but I feel like at the beginning of the game the defense is like, this Patrick Mahomes, he just is gonna throw it, and then he's like, okay, you guys give me the freaking run line, I'll take it. Like I don't know. I've seen him run more touchdowns in the first quarter.
No, the first half the second half he doesn't usually.
He never does.
Yeah.
Like if game's on the line, he's.
I agree with that. So. And he has been a little off, throwing the ball. Obviously.
Well, he's just throwing it too hard. I think he's just throwing it too hard.
I think also defenses have changed, and it's been harder for him to adapt.
Yeah, but he's really he also to be honest, and I heard Chris Collinsworth talk about this a little bit.
Yeah.
He practices the weird
he's a baseball motion thrower. Is that what you're saying?
He does the weirdest yeah, you're right. He does the baseball motion, but he also he practices the strangest scenarios and those crazy plays. You know what I mean? It's
his sidearm throws?
It's practicing shooting threes from 40 feet out when instead just do the fundamentals and get good at, the freaking things that happen more often than not. It's just he's so good at those weird situations that when he's got something right in front of him, he can't make it happen.
That's interesting. I watched this guy, this is a little off topic, but this guy, he was Ohio State and he just transferred to he was in the transfer portal, but he was a top 5 recruit, and one of his videos, he's 19 years old, was him doing the rolling out left, he's a quarterback, and doing the Patrick Mahomes throw. And I'm that's just so stupid. Why don't you just throw it properly? Right? Yeah. No, because it's people trying to copy Steph Curry, shooting that deep out. Why are you making it so hard? Now, Steph has to do that because they guard him, right?
Yeah.
He has to back up. But throwing that unnecessarily, I think it's just teaching people bad mechanics.
Yeah.
And I think what you said, he's trying to do too much. I totally agree with that. That's kind of crazy. Collinsworth doesn't usually have that many good takes, but I agree with that.
I feel like I feel like for a while he was pretty bad, but like he's kind of in his own lane now, especially that he's not doing as much commentary with the guy that he always did it with, Al Michaels.
Oh, yeah.
You know how he's kind of taking the back seat?
Yeah.
So I think he's getting a little bit better with some of his takes. But he basically just said, like, dude, Pat Mahomes, you know, sometimes you can just do the easier thing and it'll work out and you guys can, you know, have a good...
I do see him overusing the freaking sidearm throw. Like, you don't have a ton of accuracy with that thing. Like,
you know, it's just like falling in love with looking cool, but
yeah,
you know, it's not always the best option. Dame is too saucy. Justin,
did you watch Portland blow that game against Phoenix last night? Because I did.
Justin had money on the Lillard threes over.
He missed 4 deep threes at the end of that game.
But he had 5, so that was... What,
did he have 5?
He needed...
I bet his percentage was crap.
It was 5 of 15.
Yeah. Well, not terrible then, but not great.
35%, right?
The Phoenix Portland had the game in the bag and they missed a ton of shots in overtime. It's kind of crazy. Anyways, back to football. Okay, so
right,
we're gonna go to our picks now.
Yeah,
cool.
We're done.
You go first.
Chatting about. I like Buccaneers.
Wait, how about we talk? Sorry, what are we doing? We were just talking about. Why don't we talk about Thursday night first?
Okay.
What do you think? This will be like a mutual one that we're talking about.
I mean, the Chiefs are rolling right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to. Like I said, I think the
Thursday night divisional.
The Chargers match up really well. They're at home. I don't know what Chargers we're gonna get. I think the Chiefs will win this game. Like, if you had to point a gun at me and make me pick, I'd go money line. But I don't like either spread really.
Okay.
Because I think the Chargers can win this game.
I think they can win this game. The Chargers have been kind of all over the place. It is a Thursday night game. Yeah.
Like, I kind of lean more towards Chargers spread here, but I don't know.
Chargers +3?
Yeah, I don't want to make it one of our picks, though.
Okay. All right. So it's too close to call. It's divisional. It's Thursday night. We'll scrap it.
I think Chiefs will end up winning it.
Okay, you want to talk? What do you want to talk about now?
I mean, you just said one of my picks. I have all right, here.
Oh, Tampa Bay. You were talking about the Bucs.
I have a better one actually. I have Falcons +9. The Shanahan. When opponents are playing Shanahan and he is at home.
Yeah.
Opponents are 15-4 against the spread.
I have Atlanta +9 written down too. I absolutely think I don't care how bad the Falcons are. I think they're going to cover this game. Like
the Niners really struggle against pass-heavy teams.
Yeah.
Like, all of our losses have been against quarterbacks that can throw it deep or, like, air it out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I just see the Falcons having a couple big plays this game against the secondary.
I might take Kyle Pitts on a prop, straight up, to be honest with you. Like, yeah. I could see Kyle Pitts blowing up. He hasn't been doing anything for a couple weeks.
And dude, Kittle has to literally have monster games just to keep us in it. Like, he's had 2 back-to-back games where he's put the team on his back, literally on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's making some sus throws. Doesn't matter. Kittle's going to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for a defender to take him out again under his legs. Like, I'm not trying to be, you know.
What? Jimmy throwing it too high and
he's
hanging him out to dry?
But Kittle will go catch anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
He wants the ball. Definitely.
He wants to catch it.
Yeah.
But there comes a price.
Mm-hmm.
When you're putting your body on the line all the time.
No, there is for sure. Yeah, I don't have much of an argument there.
Niners win, Falcons cover.
Yeah.
All right. Yep, that was a bad game. CP3 and Ayton sauced up Blazers can't close always.
Yeah, I saw the stat that Chris Paul. It's been like 7 years since he assisted 9 of Ayton's 15. No, 9 of his 14 or 12 field goals made. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, Falcons +9.
Yep. All right, what do you got, man?
I like Dallas -10.5. I know that's big.
Yeah, the Giants have been looking like crap.
I know that's big, and I know it's divisional, and I know they're on the road against the Giants, but the Giants have looked absolutely terrible, and Dallas has been getting better. That game, 27-20 at Washington, it wasn't that close. No. I think we can both agree.
Dak blew that.
There was a pick six, right?
Dak blew it.
Like, they would have covered that game if, So, is Danny Dimes out? I just want to see. What do you think about that?
I like it. I personally think that if the Cowboys, it's week 15 now.
Daniel Jones is still not cleared for Sunday.
Yeah, well, you have a huge concussion.
No, I know.
Here's my take.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dak hasn't looked great in the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just a fact.
Yeah.
So, it's week 15. The Cowboys are likely making the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
If Dak can't get it together this week against the Giants, like, there's going to be some serious question marks going into playoffs. Like, I'm seriously going to bet against them first round. Mm-hmm. Because they just can't make it happen if Dak's not there playing well. He needs to bounce back this week. I see it happening.
It's kind of like how we felt about the Rams yesterday.
Yeah, no,
Monday. Sorry.
Dak needs to step it up this week. He's been playing like a buster lately, and they should have lost last week because of those plays that he's making. Mm-hmm. They actually got really lucky on a call at the end of the game. If you watched,
I didn't watch. I watched the highlights.
They got super lucky. I think. I don't know, it was like one of those stupid forward pass. They called it. It was incomplete.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been, but they gave it a fumble to Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Like, not tuck rule. Like, I'm telling you, this was for real incomplete.
Okay.
Dallas ended up running out the clock, but they were going to score. Justin says, watching the finale tonight. Survivor, yes, sir. Eagles QB Jalen Hurts injury, high ankle sprain, which can be tricky. That explains why he's splitting reps this week with Gardner Minshew. Hurts is still trying to play versus Washington, but if he's not ready, it'd be Minshew.
Heineke's going to be out. 7 points. I thought that game was too sketch. I like the Eagles, but, like, I actually don't mind Gardner Minshew back there.
He's not terrible, but he does have some bad tendencies.
Yeah, but he's better than not Fuller. Who the hell? Heineke's backup.
Yeah,
I don't even know who the hell that is. I could see the Eagles. I actually like Gardner Minshew, but, like, I think that game is too sketchy to bet on. Like, I'm
Well, it's funny. Like, a lot of matchups this week, in my opinion, with, like, all the COVID and injury, like,
there's a lot of divisional too.
Yeah, a lot of divisional stuff, but, like, all those factors, it makes me kind of look at games like just quarterback to quarterback.
Yeah. What status on Scary Terry? I'll look it up. I think he might be out. Terry. Questionable. No new news.
But the thing is, if you're not,
he has a chance to play.
Here's my take on wide receivers being in or out. If you're Devontae Adams or, like one of the top catching, talent players in the league.
Yeah.
Then I understand, the spread might move a point.
Your impact on the game.
Your impact on the game changes.
No, I got you.
Scary Terry, who has had kind of a mediocre season to this point.
Well, he's had mediocre quarterback play.
Sure, whatever you want to put it, but I'm just saying, I don't see Scary Terry being in or out changing the spread.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, you look at Washington football team, you look at their defense, and you look at, running.
I agree. Okay, the one thing where I'd push back is, I think Scary Terry, like, Terry McLaurin hasn't reached, like, close to where Devontae Adams is because of quarterback play. Like, we don't look at them the same. Terry McLaurin, what if he played with Aaron Rodgers the last 2 years?
I mean, I don't think he's going to be as good of a route runner.
I don't think you could put Devontae Adams and it would change a point. You put him on the Washington football team. I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if I like that take.
I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that.
All I'm saying is if you're a top, like when a skill player is out, unless you're a top player at that position, which Scary Terry is not even, like, he's pushing top 10. If you're not a top 10, if you're not like a top 3 player at the position, then you're not going to really affect the spread, and you're not really going to change my opinion if I'm going to bet on them.
I think it goes hand in hand with the quarterback. I think if you have a good quarterback, then whether your receiver is in or out is a big deal. But if you don't have good quarterback play, then it doesn't matter who the hell is at receiver.
But the NFL's next man up, man. Like it's always been that way.
No, I'm just saying the impact that a wide receiver has on a game is directly correlated with the quarterback. If you have a good quarterback and your receiver's out, then that changes more than if you're a bad quarterback and your good receiver's in.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Because who's giving them the ball? It's the quarterback.
That's true, but I'm just saying with a lot of injury reports and different like outs and ins, unless it's like there's some positions that carry more weight than others, and I'm just saying if you're not the top player at that position, you're not going to change the spread.
No, I agree.
That's all I'm saying. I agree. Like the quarterback play, you're right. I'm just saying like, only a few.
I just got into something else. It was just
only a few players are going to affect. The spread. I'm just talking strictly.
No, I got you.
Spread here.
Something else. Ice Splinter, what is they have no QB. Heineke hurt, Fitz hurt, Kyle Allen. Yeah, Kyle Allen's C19. What is?
Yeah, the Washington football team's pretty much all COVIDed out.
Wow. So what the hell are they doing? Kyle Allen reports Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke's on track to play. Today, 9:01 a.m., and if Mike Garofalo reports Taylor Heineke is on track to play, so this is not as big. Okay, so Heineke is going to play. The defense, I don't know about that. God, it's hard to keep up with so much COVID the past 2 days. I don't know. I don't want to bet on this game regardless, to be honest with you.
Washington football team?
I don't want to. I mean, it.
You know what's interesting?
If you forced me to bet, I would probably. I think Washington could cover, but I don't want to do this.
Well, it's getting towards -7 at some books.
I think that's too big.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
No, I think you're getting value on the football team.
But I don't know with all that COVID. I don't know if I want to deal with that.
No, yeah, there's just.
If you force me, I would probably say Washington.
There's too many question marks. Like that's gambling.
A lot of mediocrity. It is. It is. With that much mediocrity, I don't think the Eagles should be favored by 7 even at home.
No.
And a divisional.
It's like
I think that'll be a low-scoring little crap fest. To be honest with you.
But that's one of those games where it's like, this could go either way. It's just, I don't want to bet on that.
That is the coin flip of all coin flips, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, man.
Maybe we should do that.
I think we'll do that for the coin flip. By the way, the coin flip cashed last week. Bucks -3.5.
Yeah. Only because they scored a touchdown. Can you believe that?
It's crazy, man.
No, but the Bills got the ball first. If they didn't score on that big play, like they would have just gone down and kicked a field goal.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have covered.
I know.
That's how crazy that is.
Oh, it's nuts.
That was a crazy cover. Okay. So we got off topic. Are we doing Dallas? We were in the NFC.
Yeah. Let's hold off on Dallas, but keep them in the maybes.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah, that's fine. What do you want to do next?
I have them written down. It's just I kind of want to see what else is out there. All right, I got an interesting one. So you know what? I like the Buccaneers -10.5. They're a good run defense against Kamara, who's like the entire team that the Saints are.
Yeah.
They're at home. The Saints are kind of like the most exposed that they've been this year without their quarterback play.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, I guess I would look into who's playing quarterback for them this week. But if it's
Taysom.
I mean, dude, the Bucs are gonna get revenge on them. They lost to them last time. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I know the Saints always play the Bucs really well, but I just don't see this game being close, especially after that big win against the Bills last week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Taysom's throwing.
Taysom's throwing.
Yeah. According to this. According to Yahoo.
I don't know. I mean, I might take the Saints in the first half and then live bet. I mean, maybe wait till live bet. Might be a good live bet game.
Yeah, I mean, I have Tampa Bay minus whatever 10.5 or 11 or whatever it is, but I could see, they're really good rush defense. Kamara kind of counters that entire thing, and Kamara's back, and Kamara in his first game back,
but they're good at stopping the run.
But Kamara what does he do most of his damage in?
Short catch.
Yeah. How do you take out a pass rush? By doing those short little dump offs that Kamara just wrecks at. So the Saints always seem to give Tampa Bay problems.
That's true.
I kind of put that in the Dallas category. Like I really like it, but I could see like Kamara being in. If Kamara was out, like I might take Tampa Bay minus 13 or something like crazy.
Yeah, I just think because they beat them last time, like Tampa's gonna really want to step on their throats.
Yeah.
Especially to like the quarterback that was playing. Like it was some random dude, right?
Yeah, no, I got you. Kamara's just the it factor.
I know. Kamara is one of those players where if he's in or out, that will change the spread for sure.
Running backs.
I mean,
yeah,
star running backs that are just the focal point of the offense.
He's like a receiver and a running back.
He's the focal point on their offense.
Number one focal point, yeah.
All right, we'll keep that one out. You going?
Well, that's in the same. I'm just saying that's definitely a maybe though.
No, I got you.
I have that written down. So we talked about this earlier. I don't know if your opinion has changed, but I like Chicago plus 3.5 against the Vikings.
I kind of want to look at where the money's going, but really quick.
No, well, let me know. Yeah.
I'm. My opinion is it hasn't changed. Like I like the Bears there.
Monday night, Minnesota at Chicago.
Yeah, let's stick the Bears. I'm down.
Cool.
Do you want to talk about why you like the Bears?
Yeah, so we watched, them play the Packers. They scored on some explosive plays, but they were in it in Lambeau. Justin Fields, I think I've said this like 3 weeks in a row, but he continues to impress me every single week. He's getting better. He goes through his ups and downs.
He can run, man. He's fast.
Well, you know what? He's finally kind of he's getting out of the pocket. When the pocket collapses, he's getting out of it, which the first, like, when he was on my fantasy team the first 6 weeks, he wasn't doing that. He was just trying to be a pocket quarterback. He was not using his greatest strength.
I do think he needs to. Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
He really needs. This is a bad habit a lot of young quarterbacks have, but he needs to stop staring down his receivers because.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why the pick six happened. I mean, he's freaking looking at that out the whole way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just like, taking candy from a baby for those cornerbacks that have been in the league for a while. That's just one of the first things that they teach you.
He's not going down his reads. He does stare down receivers. But, you watched that Packers game. He showed you a lot, right? I mean, the picks were obviously rough.
He showed me more with his feet or his legs than like
those 13 yards pickups. Yeah.
I think if he mixes that up and just does those slants, like, he'll be fine. But
and also, sorry to cut you off.
Very good.
The Vikings, what have we said about the Vikings? You after they win, you fade them.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
So,
I just think they're at home, right?
Yeah.
The Bears are at home. They play the Vikings 2 times actually. I looked at it. So they play them this week 15. Then they play them again week 17.
Wow, that's quick.
Yeah. So I think, honestly, depending on how this game goes, you take the other team in week 17.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that sounds like a free pick. And I think it's going to likely be Bears win at home, Vikings win at home week 17. Yeah, I like 3.5. I might even like money line, but I don't know. It's tough to bet on those bad teams, man.
Minnesota. The only thing I will say that Minnesota has had an incredibly long break. They played Thursday night, and now they're playing Monday. Like, that's a huge,
Does that detour you a little bit?
No, it doesn't, but it's something to think about.
Yeah,
that's why I might not do money line, is what I'm saying.
No, for sure.
I'm picking at, straws, small things here, though.
So this is they call it a pros Joe's game.
Oh, cool.
65% of the bets are on the Vikings, but 57% of the money is on the Bears. It's a sharp and big money, both sitting on the Chicago Bears, which are good signs. It means the pros are taking them.
Cool.
Yeah, I like the Bears there. To be honest, I think we keep that.
Cool. Sorry, Justin. Off topic, but I do I win my matchup? I got Stafford, Jones, Javonte. Oh man, Javonte's been feasting. Have you seen the Broncos running back?
Oh, dude, he's killer.
Hill, I think that says Justin Jefferson, Waddle, Pitts, Finns, Mackay. I'm playing Dak, Barkley, Najee, Clyde. Man, that's just like your whole team, Brady. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Lockett, Cooper, Gronk, Green Bay defense, Gano. What do you think?
I think, all right, well, I can talk a lot about the other team that's similar to mine, but
so I'm just who are the Rams playing? They
play the Seahawks.
Oh, okay. I like that. I like Stafford's matchup. And, oh, well, that's equal to the Giants. So that I'd say that's about a wash, kind of. Or how do you think Dak? No.
Like I said, I think Dak really has got to step it up this week. I think he's going to have about 25 points.
Okay. Yeah. And then the Packers play at Baltimore. We're going to talk about that, but I think that's Aaron Jones, I'm assuming.
I think, Aaron Jones. I would take him over Barkley.
Yeah.
Najee I would take over.
Yeah, Javonte. But Javonte's been great.
Yeah, but then he's got, I don't know. I think
Clyde Edwards.
I think it's close, dude.
It's close. The one thing I will say is that because I'm like trying to stay out of my last place in one of my leagues. Devontae Parker's back. He might impact Waddle's catches and stuff. But yeah, I think you have a good shot. Yeah, like -3.5 Minnesota. I don't trust the Bears, but we will see next week who's correct. Cook looks great. Yeah.
Justin, we don't like taking like for example the Rams. They just got their team. The team got totally beat up by the Packers the week before. And we end up
coming off of a bye. They got beat the crap out.
So like when we take teams like the Bears 3.5, it's not like we want to bet this team. Like honestly, we probably don't want to bet this team, but we kind of have to because
it's our distrust in the Vikings.
It's just a lot of things come to play, and we do hit on these underdogs kind of frequently.
I think Chicago might win the game outright, to be honest with you.
It's like we might miss a couple times on an underdog, and then we'll hit it, and then it's like the misses kind of just don't hurt as bad.
Yeah.
You end up making money anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. The Bears, I'd just be careful this week. I know they looked really bad at times against the Packers, but they showed us some things. And when they're at home, they play different. And, that Soldier Field crowd showing up.
Yeah. So we will see.
Yeah, we will see.
Okay, so I just had so you're up.
You had the Bears. I'll hop on that real quick. All right. Dude, I have a gross pick, but I don't know. I don't want to share it because I know you're on the other side.
What?
I don't know, man. Dude, I think for some reason Baltimore being only 5.5 point underdogs is really sus.
It is sus.
For having signing a player off a practice squad this week. Don't you think that the Green Bay Packers and all their greatness should be favored by like 10?
I kind of think LeVar's going to play. That's what I'm... That's almost what I'm thinking, even though they signed J&J. And for the spread to be that small, I've been thinking about it.
And dude, even last week, the Ravens should have... The Cleveland Browns should have covered that easily. We didn't include it.
Mm-hmm.
They came back and backdoor covered. I don't know. This Ravens team is super injured. It's super untrustworthy. But when Vegas leaves those little breadcrumbs out and they tell you, like, hey, like, we actually think this game could be closer than a lot of you think, then I know Aaron Rodgers is on a roll, and I know the Green Bay Packers are looking nice. I'm just saying, don't count out the Ravens to cover 5.5 this week. And it's not
it's 5.5. It's 5.5.
Yeah, and I don't want to take it, like, personally, like, I would rather really not want to bet it.
Okay.
But it's one of those things that I might have to bet this week just because it just seems like Vegas is leaving crumbs out there.
I mean, I get that.
It's just a sus line. I think that there's something that we don't know.
It's a sus line.
Maybe there's some COVID thing
going
on.
More COVID stuff.
I don't freaking know. It seems sus as hell. I know you don't want to take it.
The Ravens. The thing is, the Ravens always cover it. I do. I think it's a sus line. The Ravens always cover at home. They're not some piece of crap football team though. What are they? 8-5. Like I don't. It should be a little bit bigger. You're right. I agree with that. I'm surprised it's not like 7.
I guess right now, with Jackson out, the line will probably move to 10, like we said, right? We both agree. When I said initially, I was like, why isn't this line at 10 points?
Mm-hmm.
I looked at it right now. They said this line will probably move past 10.
Because Lamar Jackson, it hasn't been confirmed to be out.
Yeah. So I think
I like 5. I have 5 down.
I think if you think Lamar's out, then I would take the Packers right now.
This is why I think he could play through it, but this is an unnecessary game for him. It's an NFC game.
Yeah.
Right? They play the Bengals next week, which is a far bigger game. They've lost to the Bengals.
No, I agree.
So, wouldn't you rest Lamar for a week?
Well, they're in danger of losing their spot right now with the Browns playing the Raiders. If they lose this week, then they're tied with the Browns. And the Bengals win this week, then they're tied with the Bengals too.
Yeah, but they have a chance to break the tie. They could beat the Bengals next week. This is an important game, but it's not even close to as important game as next week.
Well, I guess I agree that next week is an important game, but I think they're all important at this point, with them only being up by 1.
I agree, but I think next week is much more important. That's why I don't think Lamar is going to play through it. And let's just say he does play through it. So it's not a high ankle sprain. I know that. I heard that on the Twitter.
Over-under is 43.5.
So he didn't practice today.
No, he didn't. 96% of the bets, or 86% of the bets, are coming in for Green Bay. Like, everyone's hammering them. They're everyone's favorite to pick this week. I mean,
are the pros' favorite?
I'll look at it right now. I think the sharp money's coming in on the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah.
Wow, shocked.
And there's a signal. Yeah, they have this. There's just an Action Network thing. I don't. It's not really that important, but knowing who the money is going on is kind of something that we like to look at.
We do like to look at that, but the money's not always right. Well, then let's just stay away from this game then, because we can't agree on this.
Well, how do you feel? You just don't think Lamar's going to play?
I don't think Lamar's going to play.
Okay. But
if Lamar plays, it changes everything. You're right. I might take Baltimore if Lamar plays.
I just think, all right, let's look at their schedule. All right, so they play Packers, Bengals, Rams, Steelers.
Bengals, Steelers.
I don't see any free wins there.
No.
I mean, Big Ben's going to try and beat them. I think they'll take the Ravens there. But the Rams and Bengals, the Bengals literally just beat them. I don't know. I think I put this in a must-win category.
I don't know if it's a must-win. It's out of division. I mean, it's out of conference. I don't consider an out-of-conference game.
Packers are in form right now. They're playing really well.
Day-to-day. Son of a bitch. Harbaugh says Jackson's day-to-day. But when I watched that play, they said he avoided, major injury. It's not a high ankle sprain. You're right. Maybe it's 5 right now because they think that Lamar's going to play. That might be it.
Yeah,
it's also sketchy to me that they signed a guy off, the Jets practice squad. They signed Josh Johnson. That's a little sketchy to me, saying that Lamar Jackson's going to be out.
Yeah, I'm just saying right now, I would not be surprised if Lamar ends up playing.
So
they cover.
I would like to ask you, if Lamar doesn't play, are they going to cover 5 points?
The spread's going to move to 10. You're getting good value on the Packers there.
So you're rolling the dice here, whether Lamar plays or not, basically.
No, what I'm saying is.
No, I'm saying that's what Vegas is doing.
I'm personally going to wait. I'm personally going to wait. Mm-hmm. But if you ever get any level of indication that Lamar's playing or not,
it's the 5 here.
I think you take 5. If you think Lamar's not playing, then you take the 5 the other way. I think there's good value on either side.
Okay, so let's say Lamar's healthy. I think that's sketchy to do them to cover 5. I think it's a possibility, but Okay, let's take out Lamar's injury because that's the problem here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say Lamar's playing in this game. I think they're great at covering at home, right?
Yeah.
But I still wouldn't put it in one of my favorites. I think it's a good likely possibility they cover at home. But yeah.
I
think this is just important for the pack. You're right. You know what? To use your own. You're right. Okay, so it is a must. Okay, let's say every one of these games is a must-win. The Packers are still trying to get the 1 seed, right?
Yeah.
Because they want the bye in the.
No, they are, but
no, they want the bye though. The bye is vital.
It's not nearly as big of a deal though for them to get the 1 seed in the bye, which I agree is important for. But Ravens are like clawing to get in the playoff. There's a chance the Ravens lose this week. They lose next week to the Bengals. Boom, they're done. They're not even playing in the playoffs. That's different from being in the bye seed.
I think you added a 7th spot, took away a bye from this 2 seed. I think it's almost as important. I think it's very
home field advantage and having Lambeau Field is a huge deal.
Having a week off, I think giving the 1 seed. There's not 2 byes anymore. The 2 seed doesn't get a bye.
I know.
I think it's close to the significance of just getting the 7th seed.
This is a bigger deal game for the Ravens than the Packers. That's all.
It's not as big as a gap as you're making it out to be, though.
It's bigger deal though, and
I would lean towards the Ravens. Yes, I'm not saying, but it's not some huge gap. I think this game's important to the Packers too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if Lamar plays, Ravens are covering. So that's just how I look at it.
Yeah. We might have to meet back up on that on Saturday.
Huh? What's that?
That might I can't make a judgment on that today. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we already on another bet we already got screwed on the Browns with the COVID. I'm enough with.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm keeping an eye on it. It's an interesting situation. That's all.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Okay.
Yeah. So Justin goes Bengals money line.
They're playing the Broncos. That's going to be a tight game.
Yeah, a lot of the money's coming in on that money line. 68% on the Cincinnati, and then 63% for them on the spread. But it hasn't really moved that much. It opened at 3. Actually, no, it has moved a lot. Wait, what? All right, this is confusing. So the bet opened Cincinnati -3.
Yeah.
63% of the bets come in on them. And you would think that it would be more in Cincinnati's favor, but now it's +3. So that makes me feel like the professionals are coming in hard on the Broncos. Let's see.
I have 2.5.
Yeah, just every book's a little bit different, but 2.5.
3.
Yeah, big money and sharp coming in on the Denver Broncos. Public money is coming in on the Bengals.
So I'm assuming it's in Denver, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be a tight game. Both of those teams are,
They're fighting for playoffs.
I mean, Denver's kind of out of it because the AFC is too competitive, though. I mean, they're not totally out of it, but if Denver loses this game, they're out of it, right? Aren't they? Don't they? What do they have? 5 or 6 wins?
I think they have 6.
So they're 6-7, right? The Bengals are 7-6.
They're 7-6, bro.
They're 7-6 too?
Yeah, man. This is a huge game.
Can you? They're both playing for their playoff lives.
Yeah.
So this is a desperate game. Can we trust either of them? I don't. I haven't heard any COVID information from either.
I don't know, man. It's
Bengals for me, +2.5 is +100. Wow. That's pretty crazy.
A lot of money's pouring on the Broncos.
Yeah.
From the pros.
Sounds like it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I don't really...
You give them. You always say you give them 3 points at home, so it's basically they're evenly matched. Right?
Yeah.
If this was in Cincinnati, it would just be flipped.
Well, man,
That might be the coin flip game.
I mean, if I just want to dissect that matchup, the Broncos' defense is pretty solid.
Really solid.
Like, they held Mahomes to, 14 points that one time?
Yeah.
And they can run the ball well. Teddy Bridgewater usually is a pretty solid quarterback.
I really like the Broncos as a whole team.
Me too.
If they, this is weird, this is random, and I'm cutting into your, sorry, I just like to say it's cool. If they were to get Aaron Rodgers, they would be like probably maybe the best team in the AFC. Like I would probably take them over the Chiefs.
You think if Aaron Rodgers doesn't win the Super Bowl this year, he's leaving?
His girlfriend lives in Colorado. His fiance. He's liked Denver. He said good. I think he might be a Denver Bronco. Like that. If I had to bet, like I would say that.
Part of me is like, that's a great fit, but at the same time, like, dude, screw the freaking Broncos. Like, they just get all the best quarterbacks at the end of their career.
I think they might get Aaron Rodgers. I'm just, I've thought it for a while. I think it's such a great fit. But anyways,
adding that extra playoff spot makes it worth it too with Mahomes in his division.
Yeah.
And
man, imagine that division.
Man, R.I.P. the Raiders, bro. The Raiders
and Derek Carr isn't even like a bad QB. Like,
bro, the Raiders need to rebrand, bro.
Yeah.
They need to change their name.
They need Russ. That's what they need.
They could be the Las Vegas Gamblers.
Anyways, that's you troll. I think the Broncos are one great quarterback away from being like just dominant.
And Teddy's all right, Like,
and Teddy covers, dog.
Teddy is a quarterback that'll keep you in the game. Watching that documentary, I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but what Tom said was, as a quarterback, your job is to not lose the game.
Just side. Would you rather have Teddy or Jimmy?
Teddy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
But that quote stuck with me. Right?
No, it's true.
He's like, my job as a quarterback is to not lose the game. I touch the ball so many times more than anyone else.
Yeah.
My job, simply to not lose the game.
Did you see I hate going down the Niners. Did you see the Niners are 5-0 this season when they don't turn the ball over?
That's crazy, bro.
I know.
But that's
Jimmy G. Anyways,
dude, you know what, to be honest, though,
I kind of like the Broncos here.
Really quick on that Jimmy G talk.
Go ahead.
Last game was so sketch because the Bengals should have won it with a pick six.
Pick six.
They got lucky.
When it got tied up, they were driving down to kick the field goal that Robbie Gould missed to win the game as time expired. And I think it was a linebacker. He had hit him right in the chest and he dropped it. Pick six to win the game. Yeah. I wish I had Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah. All right. Fast forward.
But I kind of like the Broncos here, actually, to be honest.
And Justin, we appreciate you always stopping by the stream, my guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we might be leaning on the Broncos side here.
I like the odds. I think you're getting really good odds with the Bengals, right?
Yeah, they're daring you to bet the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's a tough one, man. I might have to wait a little bit.
I don't think we could.
I don't think I
choose this today.
Pick it right now.
No.
That's kind of going to be a feel it or not type bet.
Yeah.
Well, we only have two right now: Bears and Falcons, both under.
I mean, Dallas and Tampa Bay, though, we could maybe throw in.
Yeah. I just think they both should cover those against.
We have two dogs right now. We can add two favorites.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
So Dallas and Tampa Bay minus 10.5.
All right, I like those.
And I think this week's a little sketchy. I don't know if I want to do more than that. I mean, do you have another one?
Nah, nothing else.
Yeah. I was gonna throw in the Cardinals 13.5, but I think that's huge. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I've been burned by picking too big of a spread for the Cardinals before.
Yeah. All right, well, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Coin flip will be the Eagles and the football team.
Yeah.
Eagles are the bird or tails.
Eagles are the eagle.
It's not the eagle. But
oh, it's not the OG coin?
No, it's Salt River Bay and the Virgin Islands.
Cool. You go.
All right. Heads, so we got football team.
Okay. Oh, get it? Washington?
Yeah. That was pretty good.
Oh, George.
Coin flip goes 2-0.
All right.
Washington football team +6. Good odds.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we can talk a little bit about NBA. Steph Curry got the record. Got to represent. I got Curry on my back.
Yeah, we watched. I'm sure people will love hearing about the Warriors. NBA, we watched it. Quickly, we could talk about it. What did you think of it?
Dude, I'm just happy that they got it over with as far as Curry's record, because I felt like it was impacting their game flow and everything.
No, it was they were forcing it. They played terrible.
Like I almost feel like he's going to be on better pace again, because he stalled out to get that record. I mean, everyone was talking about it. It was just such a big deal for him, and you could tell that the media really cared about it as well.
Every shot just was carrying so much weight, like it's like every single shot he took.
I almost was thinking, he's like, man, I'm gonna get the record now, or like, what I mean? Like,
no, I agree.
Whereas before, he's just fucking throwing them up like, it's like, fuck it, I don't care.
Well, you remember, did you watch the game, or quickly?
I watched the first
Did you see that commercial?
What was it?
The Under Armour commercial where he's like, what do you think about... like he's like, it showed him like as a little kid, with his dad.
Yeah.
And it's like, people ask me, what do I think about when I shoot? And he says, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I think all the shots before maybe the last one where he said he was thinking about nothing, he was thinking about
the record.
Thinking about
a lot of stuff, maybe.
He was thinking about a lot of stuff. The last week and a half, it's been weighing on him for sure.
You see, Del Curry was getting it in after the game with some ladies there.
What do you mean?
Dude, so Del Curry and Sonya are...
I know.
They're divorced.
They're totally far apart. Yeah, I know. And they put him on different sides of the arena.
Apparently Sonya cheated on Del with a ex-tight end from the Patriots.
They, I mean, I know a little bit more about that. They went to school together. They all went to school together, I guess.
Wow.
And, but she dated him before Del. But supposedly Sonya says that Del cheated on her a few times when he was in the NBA. So I don't know. I don't know.
So then she cheated?
Yeah, but she's in a relationship with a guy now. Yeah, I don't want to get into that, but yeah, I watched a thing about it. It was a lot.
Dude, I kind of had me kind of sad, bro.
It is what it is.
No, I'm just you always look at them. It's like
they were happy. Yeah, it was oh, they're good. No,
maybe they weren't.
No, I think that
it goes to show that
Sonya said they did it for the kids. That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randall. Man, Julius Randle. They gave him a lot of open threes. I gotta give it to you, Justin. Brady told me that you took Randall threes. He made, I think, 3 or 4 of them, which is pretty nuts.
And then quickly getting into Survivor, Justin goes, Brady, who you got winning? I got Xander for tonight. Xander's set up to win. If he doesn't win,
oh my god,
that would just be kind of a disaster on his part. He's got a idol.
Yeah.
Going into the final 5.
Okay.
And he's probably the most, I don't know, his game, if he makes it to the final 3, people are going to have to vote for him, even though he might not be the most likable. His game has just been, you got to
respect his game.
You got to respect the game.
Yeah.
I think Xander will probably win it all, but, you never know. It's TV.
Crazier things have happened.
Happen.
Yeah.
I do wish you could bet on it, though. It'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, to go back to Steph's thing, so, sorry to break up the Survivor bro moment.
No, it's good. It's good.
I thought it was cool that Reggie Miller and Rayon were there. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Erica and Heather have a 0% chance. All right, wait 1 second on the Survivor. No, Reggie and Ray being in there is huge.
Yeah. Anyways, this is totally distracting me. Just answer the question.
I think Erica and Heather have a 0% chance to win, but Xander just would have to win the fire making comp. Yeah. That was crazy. Last year's fire making one was nuts too.
Okay, so let's rest of basketball. So you like over 204.5 Heat. Okay, so Justin, we didn't do a ton of basketball stuff because you are more plugged in than anybody. Haven't you seen the COVID that's been going around everywhere? Like, I haven't heard any Heat or Sixers. I think I've only heard of the Bucks, the Jazz, the Suns, the Nets. But like, I would have to look at the Sixers and the Heat, right? What do you've heard about the COVID in the NBA, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I don't love betting on something when there's outside factors that can totally screw you over.
Do you think that it's like Thanksgiving? Because it's been like it's been 2 weeks since Thanksgiving, basically, right?
I think it's just winter.
Do you think everybody got it? But I mean, these people had to have been in contact. The players had to have been in contact, right, with COVID.
Well, just being part of an NBA team where there's just so many interactions and you interact with so many people, practice, your team, you have so many members on your team. We're not in a part of anything like that. You're doing your thing with your family and stuff. I go to work, but I'm only with 3 or 4 guys that I have to worry about what they're doing. Mm-hmm. As far as an NBA team, you've got like trainers, you've got like fucking everything around the facility. I'm just saying that they're exposed to so many different people. It's just,
I think it's more likely that I'm just saying that they got it like from family who have been interacting with other people.
No,
because the NBA is so locked down about their staff being. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I'm just
more so than like the NFL. Like,
you're right, families and stuff, but like just because there's so many people there's more factors.
It was a matter of time. Yeah, no, I got you.
Matter of time, winner, dude. Winner,
Winner. But would you like? I mean, so where is that game? I gotta find that. Let me just look at it. I will look at that.
What? The Pelicans on there?
No, well, I'll look at that next. The Heat Sixers. So 204.5. Yeah. So, what do you think of the Heat and the Sixers? Any thoughts? Embiid's come back. Embiid's come back.
You're the NBA guy.
Well,
I'm here to talk about Survivor.
In football.
Yeah.
I'm a strictly Survivor football guy, man. You're a troll. That's so troll. I mean, 204.5. Justin, is there a reason why it's that low? Because that's like crazy low. I know the Heat have a good defense. The Sixers have been playing in some low-scoring games. Doesn't that seem like low to you, Brady, for even an NBA game?
204,
204.5. Like
that means they're projecting a defensive low-scoring.
That's the lowest over/under in basketball today by 13 points or something. 9 points. 9 points is the next lowest. 20, like, this is kind of like...
kind of daring you to hit
the over. Exactly. Like, this is why I wanted to ask you. Like, no Jimmy, Bam, no Seth Curry and Joel, and it's questionable.
Oh, this could just be...
Oh, man. This is just about...
be a crapshoot.
That could be the over, then, if this is just a bunch of crap on the court.
But, maybe they go a couple minutes, no one hits the three.
Yeah, that could be it, too. That could be it, too. I kind of like the over. Yeah, Justin, send it. I kind of like when the stars are off there's not going to be, with Jimmy out there, they're not going to be playing as good a defense. Now, Seth is a big loss shooting-wise. I think Joel is going to play. Seth is questionable. Oh, see? No Jimmy and Bam. So the Heat's defense is going to be totally, compromised.
If you think any of those guys that you said are questionable have a chance at all of playing and you think it's likely, then take the over.
Jimmy and Bam are out, so the Heat defensively are going to be crap. Seth and Joel are questionable. I didn't hear any of those as serious injuries.
Yeah,
but it's basketball.
It's the NBA.
It's the NBA.
You guys take days off.
But I think without Jimmy and Bam, defense, I think that could get high scoring. Because the Heat still have offensive weapons. They still have some offensive guys out there without Jimmy and Bam.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the over. But it is sketchy. It's like they're daring you to do it. So
yeah, no, I mean, I've bet my fair share of basketball. I kind of stay away these days just because I like to do props more than the other stuff. But
once February's over, then you'll get into the NBA, right?
I think playoffs start. I'll get into it again.
The Super Bowl's in February.
No,
that was my joke.
No, I got your joke, but I think it'll be earlier. Bowl games too, though.
No, I got you. So, it's a front end of a back-to-back for the Sixers. Oh, okay. So they would play, right? It's the front end of a back-to-back. Or maybe they'll sit them. Oh, that's interesting. In that case, if you had two guys that were questionable, and it's the front end of a back-to-back, would you sit them for the first or second game?
Depends on who you're playing after.
Justin, who are they playing? Justin knows. Sorry, we don't have this.
They play the Nets. That's why.
Oh, they might not play tonight then. Wait, but the Nets are totally... The Nets had 8 players last night.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
I might play them tonight. They're both compromised.
This is too much.
They're both compromised.
Nets
is tomorrow. I think Seth and Embiid are going to play tonight. I would say over, but, buyer's remorse might be.
I'm not going to...
Brady's got Pelicans money line, though, so...
It's a sweet pick.
It's the only one he has written down.
Don't sleep on the birds.
Yeah, so that I think with all the COVID stuff, Justin, like if you're really plugged into that, I would, go for it if you think so. But there's a lot of back-to-backs going on, and with the COVID affecting like a quarter of the teams, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Personally, for NBA right now, I'm just gonna stick to props.
Like we were already like not as plugged in with the injuries, but now with COVID, it's gotten a little out of control.
Yeah.
Next week we'll probably have a better gauge on it. Sabonis over 36.5 points, assist, thoughts. So who are they playing? He played really well against us. The Bucks. It's a 36.5. So 20-10-10 basically.
I could see it.
20-10-10.
I like the pace. I like taking the Pacers in that game, honestly.
-2.
Yeah.
Who's out? Is there people out?
No, Giannis. Middleton's questionable.
Bucks. Oh, go for it then. Giannis is out. I would go. Sabonis is gonna eat then. I would go for it. Maybe the win too. I don't know.
Are we betting on that tonight?
Yeah, I might be down.
All right.
That's an interesting game. I actually like that. Yeah, Sabonis over. I feel way more comfortable about that than the Sixers game.
No, for real, man.
Yeah, that's all they are. That's all the Bucks are. The Greek Freak. So.
Well, any other questions you guys have? Feel free to ask away. If not, we'll be ending pod soon. We'll be back next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. Yes.
Appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, thanks. Always a pleasure.
Joe.
Yeah.
And we got Falcons +9, Bears 3.5, Bucks and Dallas both 10.5s for the NFL.
Yeah.
A little something for
you
guys.
2 dogs, 2 big favorites.
Christmas is around the corner. I know you guys, you want to treat everybody around you, Everybody eats.
Everybody eats. All right. That's should be our new catchphrase. Oh my god. All right. I think we'll call it a show then.
All right.
Thanks for spending a couple hours on your Wednesday with us. Appreciate it, guys. So
Dude, it was only 1 hour.
Whatever, an hour.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thanks for hanging out.
Appreciate it.
Peace.